Yes, we are live. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. You welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. I don't know. Am I sounding somehow? Anyway, I think I have a flu. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. If you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Olivia, and I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with my family. Okay. Okay. Am I live? Hey. Uh-huh. Let me see. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? If you can hear me, say hello. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't seem like I'm live. Am I live? I can't even seem to know if I'm live. If you can hear me, say hello. Say I can hear you or I can see. Okay, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes when you're trying to coordinate this thing on your phone and this is a struggle. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining. And I can see that you can hear me and you can see me. Can you hear me as well? I know you can see me. Can you hear me as well? Yes, guys. So, as I was saying, my name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with my family, and I make various contents. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, this would be the best time for you to just hit on that subscribe button. It's just a click away from you. And when you do hit on the bell sign, that's where you'll be notified of my subsequent videos. Okay. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So, guys, today we are talking about this topic. Nigerians, like I titled it, Nigerians finally listening to South Africans and Kenyans. When you guys, or Africans generally, or whoever, that's whenever anybody says fight for your country, Nigerians finally listen to you guys. So, the backstory about this is that most times in my videos, I like the way South Africans, I like the way they think, I like the way they talk, I like the way they are vocal. And when I make any kind of videos, some controversial, some not too controversial, but and some in a very good, spirit, welcoming spirit, and some in whatever, however. But most times, most South Africans will always say, Nigerians, you guys should fight for your country, you guys should, make sure that things work, especially when somebody brings up the point that maybe things are not working the way it should work in Nigeria and all whatnot. Most South Africans will always tell me, you guys can fight for your country, and you shouldn't allow these leaders win. These leaders that don't want to do what we as the young people or the people of Africans in general want them to do. You should, do something to fight for your country and do something to ensure that things are going as planned, okay? You can take it inside. Yeah, do it inside. So yeah, most times. And yeah, I agree. I agree in most cases because I feel that it's all in our hands. It's in our hands as Nigerians to fight for our country to a reasonable extent. Not though not entirely, but yeah, it's in our hands, and it's in the hands of, although it's also is in the hands of the leaders. It's in our hands as Africans to make sure that Africa is what we want Africa to be. Okay, so I just want to bring the good news. I'm here to bring the good news today that to you guys that Nigerians today, as we speak right now, they are all over the country. In Nigeria, they are having a peaceful protest, like a peaceful march all over the country, in Abuja, in Lagos, in all the big cities. Okay, they're having a peaceful protest. So what is this protest about? Is all about, the way things are going in Nigeria. People are not happy. People are dissatisfied with the present economic situation of Nigeria. People are dissatisfied with minimum wage. People are dissatisfied with the fuel prices, like, the diesel prices and the fuel prices. People are dissatisfied with a lot of things. So, and the dollar prices, exchange rates are crazy, crazy. The people's, the food prices have hiked up to the extent that most Nigerians can no longer cope, and they decided to come together. They've been announcing this protest. I don't know if anyway, I'll still come to that, but they've been announcing this protest that we're going to have a peaceful protest and all that, and they chose today, those in Nigeria, they chose today to have this peaceful protest. Okay, but a lot of people have a lot of issues with this protest. One of the issues that me myself also have is that when there's a protest, I don't know if you should be announcing it, oh, we are going to have a protest so and so day. South Africans, is that how you guys do when you have a protest? I don't know if that's how a protest is supposed to happen. On another hand, I know that people are supposed to come out and join the protest, so maybe that's the reason for the announcement. But it's been announced. They've been announcing this all over social media. They've been announcing it. There will be a peaceful protest and all whatnot. And people, on the other hand, a lot of people are saying that okay, they should announce it because there should be security guys on guard. There should be the military, the police, and all those security personnel should be parading the whole country. So on social media, I don't know if what's happening, like what we are seeing on social media, is how it's really happening. If that's really happening, it looks like a war zone. However, I'm happy that at least there are a lot of security personnel. So I hope that they're going to do a good job by. Although we are beginning to hear a few, oh, why did you throw tear gas and all that anyway. But I just want to say that this is not the first time Nigerians are having a protest, actually. Whenever South Africans or whoever comes to say, oh, Nigerians, you should have a protest, you should fight for your country and everything, I always tell them that at least in my adult life, I know that Nigerians have had quite a few protests here and there, peaceful or But the first protest I would say that was recorded from my record here is in 1929, 6th of December, Aba Women's Riot by Igbo women. The women protested against tax levies imposed by the colonial government. It led to the, demise of many of the women. So that was in Eastern Nigeria. That was the first protest that happened in Nigeria. That's the first time. The second protest was in 1947, 27th of November. I'm getting this from Google. I wasn't even born by then. Abeokuta women riots. The women also protested against an unfair tax regime, which led to the abduction of the then Aleke of Egba land. That was the second. The third one is in 1978, 17th of April. That they named this third one Ali Must Go. It was university nationwide protest. A 50 kobo increase in students' fees spiked the protest. Okay, this one was a student protest. That was the third protest, recorded protest in Nigeria. In 1989, again, there was another protest on the 24th of May, anti-SAP riots. I don't know what that means. It was a university riot again. The protest occurred as a result of the effects of the International Monetary Fund imposed structural adjustment program. Okay, so this was the third protest in Nigeria. The fourth protest was in 1983, in June 12th. So this was, I think, I hear more of this one. June 12th protest was a big one in Nigeria. It was in southwest Nigeria. The protest occurred as an aftermath of annulment of the June 12th, 1993 presidential, is it 1993? Okay, 1993, sorry, not 1983, presidential election by Ibrahim Babangida. I'm sure most people know about this particular protest. It was a big one. June 12th protest was a big one. I was a child then, but I know about this protest. The fourth one, that was during the military regime in Nigeria. The fourth one was in 2012. It was named Occupy Nigeria, and it included Nigerians in diaspora. Nigerians protested against the removal of fuel subsidy and eventual price hike by the Goodluck Jonathan government. Okay, so this was the yeah. So the last protest, which most people know in Nigeria, was in 2020, just 4 years ago, and it was named the End SARS protests. Nigerians, okay, also Nigerians in diaspora was included in this protest, okay? And the aim of the protest, as recorded on Google, was the protests against police brutality, and bad governance as well, okay? Now, this is another protest happening in 2024 in Nigeria. I don't know how I feel about this, but like the reason I want to mention all these ones, I want to reiterate the point that these ones did not, it didn't bring any good either to the country, to Nigerians in general. So the worst was the 2020 protest that was very controversial, and a lot of young people lost their lives, unfortunately. But now people are again there to protest in Nigeria, and I know that Nigerians, both in Nigeria and in diaspora, they clamor for change, because if you don't know Nigerians, you would think that, oh, these people just want to run away and they don't want change in their country. No, they want change. And there's nobody that will not, want his house to be clean and to be, conducive for him or her. But they've been trying, and this is another opportunity where Nigerians have listened to South Africans, and other African countries. Kenyans did it. Kenyans was a very successful one. Kenyans protested a few months ago, and it was very, very beneficial to Kenyans in general against bad governance again. And Nigerians, we were like, okay, why not? Why can't we protest? But so far so good. I think it's been peaceful, I would say, because we've not heard anything on because everything happens on the internet these days. I've only heard of tear gas, and which is normal to control the crowd and all that. So that's the report for today, guys. It's just to tell you that Nigerians is finally listening to South Africans. When you guys say, oh, Nigerians, you guys must fight for your country. You guys must make sure that, you make sure that your country works, and you don't have to run away. You don't have to go to other people's country. This is what an average citizen can do. Come out, protest, and that's it. I don't know what else. What do you guys think on the comment section? Tell me what you think on the comment section. Apart from protesting against bad governance, and apart from trying to put in the leader which you think that will help the country. Maybe if I think leader A will be beneficial in the country as opposed to leader B. Apart from maybe protesting and trying to vote in the right candidate, what do you guys think can be done? AM Cooking, thank you so much. I've been around. I've not posted in 2 weeks, but yeah, I posted 2 weeks because I had a lot of things on my hands. Thank you so much for joining. So, what are your suggestions? What do you guys think? If you have any suggestion on the comment section, that would be nice, because it's not only about just saying it's social media is a platform where people can learn and learn and unlearn. So what do you think it could be another way that people can clamor for change apart from protesting? I know that protest has to be peaceful. The youth in Nigeria, they've what's it called? They've promised that it's going to be peaceful, and so far so good. It's been peaceful. Oh, I'm cooking and more. Oh, are you serious? Did you change your name? Why? Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So apart from protesting and voting in the right candidates, what do you have any suggestion that we can, move forward this country, like our dear country, Nigeria, or Africans in general? I know Kenyans did it and they succeeded. I don't know, the state where they are right now, but apart from that, what else do you guys think would be the way forward for Nigerians and for any African country that is not working as well? Because I know that Nigeria is not the only African country that things are not going as planned or as desired. So apart from protesting and voting in the right government, what do you think the youths can do? If you have anything, say it on the comment section, and then we'll call this live. Or if anybody has anything to say, let me just see if I can post the link. Where is the link? Invite. Okay, copy. Let me just post the link in case somebody wants to say something. Ankin Amo, why did you change your name? I'm used to that name. And I've not been seeing your videos either. So if you have anything to say as regards this topic, kindly jump on the link or say something on the comment section, then we'll take it up from there. But I just want to commend the youth of Nigeria and for the fact that they are trying to clamor for a change and they decided to go for a peaceful protest. But I just want to say, anybody that is going for a peaceful protest, this is my advice to any youth. Please be careful, be careful, because I remember what happened in 2020. Oh, you're doing a lot. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I remember what happened in 2020, and it wasn't funny. But Nigerian youths are at it again, saying, okay, we are going to take our country. We are going to, have a peaceful protest. We don't like the way things are going in our country. We don't like because things are really, really not going well. The hunger is so much. The hike of food prices, it's like double. When people tell me, oh, this is being sold for so and so amount in Nigeria, I'm like, are you serious? Oh my God, a tuber of yam is 10,000 naira. It's things are crazily expensive. People are not coping at all, and they decided to go for this peaceful protest. Although the government is promising that we should be patient, that they are working on getting things normal again. But people have to eat and survive before whatever has to be done has to be done. But yet, a lot of things are not going as planned at all. Electricity, insecurity in Nigeria is another level. I think that's the worst. Insecurity, the fact that it's a very insecure country, because the youths are unemployed, and it's these same youths that are unemployed that need money. They have to look for an alternative way to make money, and most of those alternative ways can be things that are illegal. So it's a very concerning situation for Nigeria and Africans in general, because somebody said on the comment section that if Nigeria as well, as an African country, begins to work very well, that Africa will be will be moved further into what we want Africa to be. If Nigeria plus other African countries that are doing well, like South Africa and other African countries that are doing, relatively okay, if Nigeria as a country starts doing relatively okay, that Africa will be better. And I agree. I want to agree with that person. I don't know who this is now. So yeah, if anybody have anything to say on the comment section, that would be nice. Any contribution, if you want to jump into the link. Let me see what Annie say. I advise people that certain things Nigerians shouldn't buy. They can grow vegetables themselves. Nigeria, exactly. I don't know why. That's a big one. I heard the president's wife saying that we should be growing our own crops, and I'm wondering, are we not growing our own crops? Are we not growing vegetables in Nigeria? It would be very disheartening that we are not growing, but maybe the amount of things that are being grown in Nigeria is not enough to feed the whole country. Nigeria is a very big country and very populated as well. Nigeria should fight for grants so that they can help other citizens to get something. Yes, that's a very good one. I heard somebody saying, talking about grant, that we should be getting grant as unemployed youths. But the government is saying that they are running on a deficit, that they are owing China and they are owing other countries. They are owing that they can't even, that the problem that why where this whole thing started is that they can no longer subsidize fuel. Nigeria has been subsidizing fuel for the indigenous, so they can no longer subsidize fuel. They took away the fuel subsidy, which hiked the price of fuel from, was it 500 naira to 1,000 naira for a liter of fuel. So from that, now they are saying that they can't even subsidize fuel. So if they can't subsidize fuel like petrol, how can they give grants to unemployed people? It's not even possible. Okay, now the what's it called? The minimum wage was so low. Minimum wage was less than $100. It was so low, 30,000 naira. It wasn't even up to $50. They were fighting. I think that happened last 2 months, and the president managed to agree that minimum wage will now be like, say, $70 or thereabouts. It's 70,000 naira. He agreed that he's going to increase minimum wage. So he's trying to say that the country he met, according to President Tinubu, that the country he met was already running on a deficit, so he can't do much. Grant system would have been a very good one to help unemployed youth and unemployed people, but they don't even have money from the funds. So I don't know how. I don't know. For me, this only solution would have been to get somebody that is good with economics, like Peter Obi. I don't know if he would have done better, but I felt from his manifesto and everything he was saying, he would have probably done better. He wouldn't have done magic for Nigeria, because from what I hear, they are owing a lot. The country is owing a lot from the West. They are owing a lot from China. They are owing China a lot of money, and the Western countries. But he would have been able to manage. I don't know how he would have done it. I don't know. He would have been able to take Nigeria somewhere, maybe in the nearest future, not even this year or next year. I wouldn't recommend grant, as they would take advantage of it. I agree to a reasonable extent, because of course those politicians are the ones that are very, very corrupt. And if you allocate maybe 100 million naira grants, they will say that they've given it to the unemployed youth, and they will not. I remember when they were giving us, because I come from an oil producing area, and the NDDC, they were giving us some grants in the university. They were giving us 50,000 naira then when I was in the university. They call it Niger Delta NDDC, Niger Delta Development Commission. Yes, I can remember. That was like, let me say, 15 years ago. So we got the scholarship that they are going to give us 50,000 naira per year. So I was supposed to receive 200,000 naira every. So it was supposed to be shared 50-50. I only got one. I only got for my second year. I didn't even get for my first year. I only got for my second year. Third year and fourth year, I didn't get. First year, I didn't get. It was when I was already here. I've gotten married, and I was already here in South Africa. My mom called me, and they said they called us to come and collect our grants, that NDDC money, that we should come and collect our grants. I said, Mommy, there's no way I can come now to come and collect 50,000 naira. Do you understand? So I agree with what you're saying. And it's somebody that embezzled that money that was meant for us as the university student. You can imagine how the corruption is on another level. University students that that have money. See, here in South Africa, I keep talking about South Africa because that's the other country, other African country I know. Students that are on NFS, when I was in UKZN, when I was doing my honors, I was like, every day, one of my friends, she was my friend then, and we used to do our research together. She was my research mate. She was collecting NFS. She would say, oh, I'm going to withdraw money. I said, which money? Then she began to explain to me that there's something like a grant system that is being given to South African youth. Maybe, I think if you qualify or if you pass, I don't know how they get that grant, but they were paying them that money every month till she finished her honors. She finished. So she told me that NFS, South Africans, please correct me on the comment section. I hope I'm right, right? It's NFS. Yes, I know it's NFS. She told me that she was collecting that money even from her first year. She collected that money throughout the first every month. They pay them every month. I think they pay them for food, they pay them for their rest, university residents, and they pay them for textbooks. Some NFS students even get I think laptops if you're qualified or some, depending on your school or whatever. I don't know how they categorize it, but I'm trying to just say that something similar that they give them here in South Africa, which is for university students. They paid that girl. That's the only person I know, but I know that other students in South Africa studied with NFS. They paid her till she finished her honors. She didn't have to go and start collecting money from her parents but when we were in the university, I got that NDDC scholarship. It was called a scholarship, kind of. I got it. I only received one year, and it was just yearly. They were giving us yearly scholarship. The scholarship was yearly, not monthly, like NFS. They only gave me 50,000 naira. And I didn't collect anyone. Somebody embezzled that fund. So I agree with you, Anne. If they approved a kind of grant system in Nigeria, if the corruption is not curved at this point in time, somebody at the helm of affairs is going to embezzle that fund. I agree. She said, true to be said, some of these younger ones are very lazy and all they want is get rich quick. You're right. You're right. You're right, because that's a story for another day. Okay. That's a story for another day, because there's a culture of when you have something in Nigeria, it's only when you have, like when you're rich or when you're known, that's when you're seen. So so every youth wants to be seen, of course. So they don't want to, some of them don't want to work hard. And that's why some of them go into this get rich quick scheme. But on the other hand, I know a lot of people. I know some of my friends that we graduated together. Very smart kids, very, very smart, graduated with a 2-1, that's a cum laude, as they'll call it here in South Africa, but they don't have jobs. So, I mean, when somebody becomes that frustrated after you've graduated for, say, 13 years ago from the university and you don't have something meaningful doing, what do you think they go into? So it's like a cycle. It's like a cycle. When you look at one angle, you look at the other angle. Because sometimes if there was employment for, like, just like South Africa here, I will say that South Africa here is not perfect in the sense that it's not like employment is here for everybody. But if you're patient enough, you'll be employed here in South Africa. And if you have the degree and there's something for you. There's definitely something for you if you're a citizen. I'm talking about if you're a citizen of South Africa. There's a way that the government carries you through and all that. Like somebody just mentioned grant system. If you're an unemployed youth in South Africa, I don't know if they still do it. You have grant system, and it will just be carrying you along till maybe you get something doing, right? But all those buffers are not there in Nigeria. So Nigeria is just like a survival of the fittest kind of thing. So I don't know. Hopefully this protest works. I think that's the last hope. Start small, sell pure water, make hair, grow veggies, sell datas. There are so many things they can do, but they don't want to get their hands dirty. Yes, I agree. There are some kids, especially these Gen Zs, or what are they called? I'm not shading Gen Zs, or some young people that if you listen to how they talk about, oh, I don't want to. On the internet, I don't want to date a guy that cannot do this. I don't want to do. You will just laugh. Oh my God, But there are a lot of very lazy youths. On the other hand, there are a lot of hardworking youths. I will not put it past them. Somebody told me, I was watching a video. Not somebody told me. I was watching a video, and the girl studied geology. And she was like, if you study geology here in South Africa, you're working with mines, right? And all that. But the girl studied geology, and she was saying most of our classmates is only 1 or 2 that has a good job. Others have turned into makeup artists, photography. Not that being a makeup artist or photography is not good and all that. Doing menial, selling things on Instagram, selling things on Facebook. I mean, for somebody that has such a degree. I'm just saying. So sometimes it's frustration that makes them not to want to do the menial things. But I then again, there's dignity in labor. And if you look on the other hand, so anyway, I hope I hope this protest works. I hope Nigerians get it right this time. I don't know how we are going to get it right. I just want to paste my link on the comment section one more time in case somebody wants to jump and say something. I don't know how we are going to get it right as Nigerians, but I know the desire to get it right is there. I will say so. I'm not blaming the present government entirely because that's how he met the country in not a great state either. So I don't think he's going to do any miracle either. I don't know if he's going to do any magic because of course the country was not even in a good situation when he met the country. However, I feel that the solution would have been getting somebody that knows how to or has a plan. Let me just put it that way. Getting somebody that has a plan. If not now, in the nearest future, maybe in 2 or 3 years, things would have been looking up. But the current president, I don't know if he has such plans. That's the truth. I wouldn't say that the situation of the country is entirely his fault. No, I won't say that because the country was already the way it was before when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu entered. However, I felt probably that's just my opinion. I have the right to my opinion. I felt my opinion is that he probably is not the right candidate to handle this country, especially with the situation where Nigeria finds itself right now. Okay, I don't know. Thank you so much, and thank you. Had fun. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your coming here. So that's just my take on it. I just hope that this protest continues to be peaceful. I don't know how long they are going to have this protest. Let it be peaceful. Let us persevere, like South Africans will always say. Nigerians, you people should persevere. You people should fight. It's all about, it has gotten to that stage where we have to persevere and we have to, fight for what we want as Nigerians, just like South Africans will always advise us. South Africans, they don't give up. That's why I like South Africans. Those guys, they don't give up. They will always say, fight for your country, fight for what you want, don't run away. And to a reasonable extent, they are right. On the other hand, some people have the right to also, seek for what they want, be it greener pastures, be it better life for their family and all whatnot. Anyway, guys, that's my take on this. I wish Nigeria well. I wish South Africa well. I wish Africa in general. I wish Africa can look at the African countries. They are seeing the African countries that are doing relatively okay. No African country is perfect, I will say that. But the African countries that are doing relatively okay, like South Africa, their leaders can come to the leaders of South Africa and say, guys, what are you guys doing? How are you guys getting these things right? Teach me. I don't know if in politics, is that not something like a president mentoring another president? Maybe all other these African countries should come to African countries that are working relatively okay and come and seek mentorship from their leaders or their political leaders. I don't know. It sounds funny, but that's the truth. At this point, maybe our leaders in Nigeria need mentorship from other African countries that are working, like Nigeria, like South Africa, and what's the other African country? Is it what's the other African country that I hear they are doing? A lot of African countries, even Ghana. Ghana is doing well. Kenyans, you see, now Kenyans protested, and I don't know what's going on there, but at least I hear the peaceful protest was a success. So let's pray. I pray that Africa will be better, guys. Yeah, that's my take. What do you guys think on the comment section? Please give this video a thumbs up as you're here. Please do not forget to give a thumbs up and tell me what you think on the comment section. Suggestions and everything will be appreciated. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.